My original why when I started was to be able to quit my full-time job and coach from home, and I just made that happen. As of yesterday was my last day at work. I had to go in to get signed out. I work for the federal government at a hospital. So I had to go in yesterday to make it official and do all my rounds and get everyone to sign off on my paperwork. So today is like my first official full-time coach day. So I'm really excited. So that was kind of my why in the beginning. Obviously it changes and transforms all the time. Like I said, I currently live with my fiance. We're getting married in a week. One of my whys was also to have Beachbody pay for our entire wedding, and it is. So I can't wait to share that with everybody, and it's not a cheap wedding, unfortunately. But yeah, so that was another one of my whys. And then now that I've left my job, my why is to, oh, sorry, April, I'm talking too much. She said write out why in the chat. Okay, so I'll drop that. Anyways, my goal for the week is to hit Success Club 20. I wanted to be at Success Club 20 before my wedding, which is next Saturday. And I wanted to enroll 4 coaches. I've currently got 2, and I have 2 more, on the fence. So I'm just doing my follow-ups with them. I think my strengths is relationships in this business. Like I don't sign a ton of coaches. I don't recruit a ton, but the people that I do recruit always advance in rank, and they always stay. Like I don't have a lot of people quitting. And I think it's because I really spend the time to form relationships with them so they don't ever want to leave me. And weakness is organization. Okay, I'm done. Sorry, I talked too much. Thanks, April.
Anybody else? All right, I'll go ahead. Okay, so I'm a Sapphire too, so I talk a lot too. But I just looked at how many people, and I was like, oh, this might take a while. So if everybody can just write your why in the chat, I think that will be really fun because we need to revisit that. And so try to be specific for that and then do the rest just talking. So my current rank is 7-star in my first business center, 1-star in my second business center. I have 2 diamonds in there, and it's like every other week one's diamond and the other week the other one's diamond. They can't keep it together. So I'm hoping that sucker hits 2-star officially soon so that I can open for my 3rd business center. My husband has 3 diamonds under him, and he's on my strong leg. So that's another thing later on down the road. I'll probably talk strategy because sometimes I go back and forth with canceling him and I just don't know. So, okay, so I'm from Charlotte. I'm from Pittsburgh. I live in Charlotte right now. Goal for this week is today is Tuesday. So by tomorrow I have 2 coaches in the works that I'm hoping to sign by tomorrow night. So for the rest of the week, though, I would love to, we're doing a recruiting school with our team right now. So I would really love to wrap up the next week with 4 new coaches. And let's see what else. What your strength is. I would say my strength is Instagram and kind of creating quality followers. I feel like I have a lot of tribe of people that are very similar to me, and that's because I'm always putting myself out there. Yeah, I think that's it. So who wants to go next? My OGY. I love that. Just unmute yourself and go. I'm going to say Alicia because you're on the top left of my screen.
All right, I'll go. I was actually trying to unmute myself. So my name's Alicia Rose. I'm in St. Augustine, Florida. My strength is more of policies, procedures, FAQ, numbers, like anything to deal with maximizing income. That's my jam. I've been doing this for 6 years, so I've seen all the ups and downs of the business and all the changes and always having to figure out how to get this business to work more for you. Especially once the challenge packs came out, that was like amazing and like so awesome. But then once they changed all the lead qualifications and everything else. So I am all about figuring out how to maximize the changes to our business. And I'm a very numbers person, so that's just me. I also love competition, so this group here definitely helps a ton, but I have a lot of pearls on my team for some reason, and they just want to help people, and they like to do the pageant answers. They don't like to dig down at all. So they're always doing that pageant type answer. I just want to help people and have peace. What else? My goal is, so I'm doing the Josh Coates Art of Recruiting, which I absolutely love, and I've been sharing it within my team, and they're loving it. So, for me, I really want my coaches to be able to get open, to be inviting more, to not be scared to invite, and to kind of get out there, because they're just kind of stuck in that, I don't know what to do, so I'm not going to do anything phase. And but my goal is 5 coaches, and getting them started and getting them to Emerald by the end of the month. I've got I'll tell my rank too. I'm a lifetime 5-star in my first center. Right now I'm 3-star. I've got 2 coaches who are literally 1 coach and an Emerald away from Diamond. And it's all in their control because they can get their spouses to Emerald, which drives me bonkers because they've been that way for the past couple months. So I'm really trying to go to leadership, because that's, I went 2 years ago and I missed last year because of rank. So I don't want to miss this year because of rank either. My second center is a 1-star. It was like in its last week of 2-star qualification, and that Diamond coach had fell on and she ended up quitting. So I'm kind of rebuilding that leg for my second center. My husband is a lifetime 3-star, and his second center is an Emerald as well. So that's about everything.
All right, cool. Tatiana, do you want to go? You're muted, babe.
Hi. So right now my rank has dropped. I was 5-star. I was an elite coach last year, and now I'm down to 1-star. I have 2 diamonds, though they're just on the same leg, but I need to go to leadership this year. So I need to figure out, I have a message going with those diamonds that dropped, sorry. And I need to figure out how to do this. I'm leaving for Vegas on Thursday, so I'm kind of freaking out a little bit because I need to get this done. I'm hoping to sign like 5 coaches by the end of the month. Sorry. So that's basically right now. I mean, I would like to get to 10-star. I do, my thing is maximizing income. So learning how to do that, Julie, I struggle with that. But yeah, my strength is really like the whole mindset part, and being you and sharing you and being okay with all of that, and getting my coaches to do that too, to like figure out who they are and just sharing that so they attract their tribe. That's my big thing. I do have some pearls, like somebody was saying, and how they do say, "Oh, I just want to help you." And I'm like, no, you need to be tough. Let's bring out some ruby in you or something. So.
Okay, and what would you say your strength is?
That the mindset part of it.
Okay.
Really being me and showing that in social media and stuff, and attracting those same people.
Okay, perfect. Julie, you're next on I'm just going zigzagging.
I'm Julie Henderson. I'm from Buffalo, New York. Tatiana is one of my PS coaches, and for some reason, her and I have built a team of pearls and emeralds. So we kind of struggle with that. My lifetime is 7 in my first business center, 1-star in my second. My second business center, I have 2 diamonds. They just have never, it's been like a year and a half. They just have never held at the same time for me to be able to go 2-star there. My first business center is down to a 4-star right now. It has been on and off for maybe like 5 weeks. I have a coach on my strong leg who has been a diamond for a couple years and just still struggles to hold it. And she's down to a ruby right now. So I kind of go back and forth with that. Like, I have the placement, I have the coaches lined up. I have coaches who say they want to be diamonds in the right places. So 10-star is possible. It's just getting everybody to do it at the same time and hold it and believe it. My strengths are, I think, branding and helping coaches really figure out what their branding is and who they're talking to.
Sorry. Okay, cool. Sarah, I have you next.
I'm a Pearl Emerald, so I'm just putting everybody off. No, I can teach you how to work with the weirdos like me. My entire team is Pearl and Emerald, and I have a couple random rubies that are like, just kind of disrupting the peace, but in a good way. I need more of them, but it's fun to learn from everybody, and I'm excited. But I've been a coach for 2.5 years. I am elite coach last year. I am 8 lifetime in my first, 4 lifetime in my second. My third's almost diamond. And I have super lopsided legs, so I've kind of just used income as a driver for a long time because I'm the only person making any income in our house right now. So that has had to be the case. And now that I'm comfortable with where I'm at, I want to really try to start stacking back on the strong, even though it's a waste, and build to 10, just because I think it would be fun for my team. And I think my strength is community, and maybe that's part of my Pearl, but my team is like such a strong knit family that they are not going anywhere. And that's their number one driver, is the fact, and what brought a lot of them to me is the sense of community. And I'm focusing right now on my 2016 PV of my coaches, because that's the only category I need a couple more points to lock in elite for this year. So I'm really going to try to lock that in the bag this month. So that's what I'm focusing on right now.
Awesome. Okay, Taryn.
I was like, oh, maybe I'll be the last one to go. Okay, so let's see, rank goal for 26. To be honest, I don't even know. I hopped in this because I was like, why the heck not? Like, I think I've just been kind of coasting through this year thinking, we'll see what happens. And that doesn't work for me because then I get lazy. And so I need something to kind of push me. So so 10-star for 2016, that sounds good. Right now I'm a lifetime 6-star in my first. I'm only an emerald in my second. You guys are making me feel all inadequate. But right now I'm like a 4-star. I don't know. I try my hardest not to pay attention to it, and then I get caught up in it. But anyway, I live in Plymouth, Massachusetts. My why, we did the why. Okay, my goal for the week was to hit Success Club. Locked that down yesterday, so that was good. So I guess I had a new goal. I'll think about that. My strength, I think, is working with my coaches to become leaders. I really love leadership and teaching leadership. It's one of my favorite things. I actually used to be a school counselor and was getting CAGs in school administration. And so I've kind of just translated that into my business. And so that, I believe, is one of my strengths. Did I hit everything? Yes, there you go.
Perfect. Okay, so yeah, Taryn, in the chat, write down your new goal for the week. Or did you just say that? I'm sorry. I might have missed that. My brain hurts right now. Okay, Ashleen, go for it. You're muted.
Yay, I'm unmuted. Hi, I'm Ashleen. I'm from Ireland, but I live in California, Southern California. I am going to be a coach 4 years next month. I feel so old saying that, but my business went pretty slowly in the beginning purely because I am an immigrant, so it's been not a fast start. I'm a lifetime 5-star diamond, but I'm at 3 right now. So I'm kind of freaking out because I'm trying to get to leadership. I was there 2 years ago. Didn't get there last year because of rank, but it was amazing, and I'm determined to get it back. So I should have my 4-star back this Thursday, so the goal is 5-star. By next week, 1-star in my second business center, and really the goal of 10-star by the end of the year is really just to infuse my team with belief that if I can do it, they can do it. That's really my motto with leading my team. It's just like, dude, I'm like the most ordinary person ever here, the immigrant who didn't even know anyone. I kill all those objections. That's basically what I do as my team call for other teams, is like I knew no one and I can do this. You can do it. So it's very just leading by example. And I've seen other people on my team now be like, okay, I want to do this by blah, blah, blah. So just by seeing you take that courageous leap, whether you make it or not, is inspiring them to do it. So I feel like that's what's really fueling me. Strengths, again, it's just infusing people with belief. That's a huge part of my brand as well. It's just law of attraction, believe, positivity, all that kind of stuff. And I'm also pretty good at GSR. Maybe not so good at being organized because I'm a Sapphire. So yeah, did I forget anything? Sapphire. Thank you. Hi.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, and in the chat, Julie said, can we talk about how everyone is sharing their goals with their team? So as soon as we finish this up, we'll do that too. Natalie, go ahead and do a little bit, do your spiel.
Okay, sorry, I'm outside watching my kids play, so I apologize if it's loud or anything, or if they start screaming. But yeah, I'm Natalie. I live in the Dallas area, so I basically am surrounded by like every leader in the organization: Danielle, Melissa McAllister, Jimmy Hayes Nelson, Mindy Lawhorn, Christine Dwyer, Brianne lives near me, Caroline Van Zandt. I mean, we're all here. So it drives me crazy when people are like, oh, my market is so saturated. I'm like, are you kidding? Do you know where I live? And like, what's here in 10 miles within me? So, but I am a lifetime 5-star in my first, 2-star in my second. I'm a diamond in my third, and my husband is a 1-star. I'm currently a 3-star. And it goes between 3 and 4. And I've even dropped to 1 because, it just is awful. And I've been a coach for 6.5 years. So that makes it even more painful to have to admit to myself, you know, where I am and how long I've been in this. So my strength is consistency. Like I don't ever stop. Like it's a non-negotiable for me. I'm a lifer. Like this won't ever go away. So it's just consistency and pushing no matter what. I'm a strong emerald with the ruby, and then I have pearl that slides right on in there. So, that's one thing that I struggle with is I'm actually having a team call in about 30 minutes. And that's one thing that I'm going to talk to them about is goals. So I really would love to hear y'all's feedback on how you share your vision and your goals with your team, especially Sarah. You talk about your strong sense of community. So I'm assuming you can do that pretty like rock starish. So I would love to hear that. Did I get everything? Did I hit everything? See, I'm emerald. Bam, bam, bam. Get it done. It's annoying.
I love it. I wish I was more emerald or any emerald. Okay. Carly, go.
Hey guys. So I am lifetime, I think 8 or 9. It's so funny. I haven't advanced in a while, so I kind of forgot. I think it's 9 though. Like many of you or a few of you said, my second has been in 2-star qualifying 97 times. Like, I don't even know what's going on there. They can't seem to hold or hold at the same time, I should say. Where are you from? Oh, I live in Newport Beach, California, soon to be moving up to Santa Barbara, as I'm going to be getting engaged and married in the next year. Let's see, what is my goal for the week? I don't even know. My goal for the week, I need to wrap up Success Club with my challengers first and then focus. I kind of do like 5 Success Club things or like 3 people challengers and like 3 to 4 coaches at the end of the month. That's just kind of how my brain works. So Challenger Success Club is what I call it, and then Coach Success Club at the end of the month. My strength, I think, is my leadership and my real talk. I was 23 when I started this business. I'm 26 now, so I kind of had to be tough because I had everyone who was moms and older than me, and I had to like really earn leadership in this business, earn respect. So I think leadership and real talk is probably my strong suit, almost to my fault because that's where I'm here now. I've spent so much time in my downline. I have so many diamonds and star diamonds deep in my downline that now I'm like, oh, maybe I should work with my PS and move rank. So it's been great for volume. Let's see. Okay, and then I think that was it, right? My whys I write in the box.
Yeah, that's good. And I honestly, I struggle so much. So I would love to hear. I feel like that's my biggest issue is how to create star diamonds. Because I have 1 star diamond in my downline. I've had 1 that's been off and on, hasn't hit. And I'm like, I just want so much more than anything. Part of my big why is to create the financial freedom and create leaders in my team. And I don't know what to do and how to get there. So I would love to pick your brain on that too. So, all right, Jody.
Hi guys, so I am Jody. I live in Florida. I've been here 3 years. I'm originally a Jersey girl. I am a 2-time elite. I've been a coach almost 4 years, and I took off really, really quickly. So within 18 months, I was a 5-star elite coach and making 6 figures, which was like awesome, but I feel like I'm still there. So I am 6-star lifetime. I have 9 lifetime diamonds in my first center, and I have 2, I'm going to call them lifetime rubies because they just refuse to go diamond. So I have 10 stars sitting there if they would like to be diamond. My husband's center is 1 star and my second center is 1 star. I currently sit 4-star because I can't seem to keep a freaking emerald in me or my husband's center. So the only reason I drop rank is from my own centers, which is super, super frustrating. Because my diamonds hold. So I have 6 diamonds that don't lose rank ever. I created 17 diamonds in my downline last year, and that's my strength, is training coaches beyond my PS. But then I find it's beyond my PS that really give a shit. So I used to be a teacher way back in the day, like 17 years ago. I'm still on maternity leave with my first, who's almost 17. So I am a teacher at trade. I've always owned my own business. I've always worked for myself. I've always trained my employees. I owned a preschool. I owned a construction company. I'm a trainer, period. And I have systems for my systems. I have spreadsheets for my spreadsheets. I am 100% Ruby. I have a hard time not leading with the business. That I'm going to say is a weakness of mine because I want everybody to have the lifestyle I have created. But I feel stuck in my lifestyle because it's just like my income hasn't grown. My volume's been pretty stale for about a year. And another weakness I have is I feel so responsible when not just diamonds, any of my leaders fall off. And I know I shouldn't. I know it's not my responsibility, but I can't get out of that mindset that it's my job to make them see that this opportunity can change their life. And I care so much, and it frustrates the shit out of me. Yesterday, I have one of my lifetime rubies hasn't posted on social media in 5 days. So I messaged her. I said, I see you stopped working out. I don't think you own containers, and do you even drink Shakeology anymore? And she messaged me, I don't have time for this. This is a shitty day. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, your whole life is a shitty day. And it just pisses me off. And like, I'm going to say is my weakness, that I want it more than they do. And so I'm mad all the time. But I don't want to be mad. I read the energy buzz. I get it. I don't portray it onto my page, but I can tell you guys that I'm mad all the time. So 10-star goal. I've been sitting 6-star for over a year. I have my 10 diamonds and rubies lined up. I just am afraid to make that goal because what if I tell them that and then they think it's selfish that I want 10-star when I really only want it because I want them to be leaders and have the lifestyle I have. So my goal this week is to tell them that we're going to be a 10-star team. We're going to be an elite team. I won't make elite next year. I'm not going to hit my, the ATV, but I'm going to say it, and I'm going to create an elite coach under me, which I have 3 that are going to possibly hit elite. So I'm going to do that this week, and I didn't qualify for leadership. So I am possibly going to try and do that this month. I don't know. I'm deciding if that's a goal or not. So I've been 6-star since January. On July 1st, I went 4-star. That's why I didn't qualify for leadership. So that's it. I guess I'm supposed to type my why.
You crack me up. Thank you for that. Okay, Brianne, I think you're the last person that hasn't gone.
Hey guys, my Zoom is constantly freezing, so if you can't hear me, I apologize. Hi. So I've been a coach for 3.5 years. Like Natalie said, I live right by her. So we are surrounded by all of these leaders in the business. So yeah, I mean the same thing. It totally drives me crazy when people are like, my whole market is tapped. I'm like, no, it's not. I am a lifetime 8-star in my first center. I'm sitting at 7 now, and a lifetime 3-star in my second. Which goes between 1 and 2-star depending on how many active coaches that I have that week. And my third is emerald, not quite diamond. So my goal for this week is to wrap up Success Club 10 and help the rest of my coaches sort of push for Success Club this week and next week. It's kind of crazy here. I had one go back to school yesterday. The other one goes back to school on Monday. So I'm looking forward to getting my schedule back and being able to work through the mornings. My strengths are, I would definitely say like real talk. Like I don't sugarcoat anything. I will tell my coaches exactly like it is. I am very good with, I guess, creating the idea of leadership, because I only have a few who actually will sort of see the vision. Well, they all say that they see it, and then I have, that handful that will actually take advantage of it. But that, and I feel like I'm very good at communicating to my coaches the belief that I have in them. But where I guess the disconnect is to really get them to see it in themselves. Like I have a handful of 1-stars who were like, my business sucks and I don't understand what's going on. And when I'm coming from a standpoint of preaching consistency and that no matter what's going on in my life, I've shown up every day, there's just some sort of disconnect there. So that I think is a weakness in trying to get them to see the big picture. Yeah, I think that's it. And 10-star, I need to get my 3rd business in the diamond. And, I don't know who I was talking to yesterday, but I have like 4 coaches that I've signed up purposely in my first center on that leg because they all wanted to work the business and they have sort of all disappeared. So I need to find somebody to go diamond, because I feel like I could have diamonds on the other leg all day long, but where I need them is not, it's not where I'm getting people who want to work. So, and I'm like Ruby. Like when I did the test, it was like 35 Ruby and nothing else. So I don't know if I have a secondary gem. That's me.
Okay, awesome. I love that. I don't know why I'm getting feedback. So what I want to do next is, am I getting feedback anymore? I think it's done. Okay. All right. So what I want to do next is I kind of want to talk about how to share your vision. And I think it's really hard to share it without sounding like, I want this, so get your shit together and do this for me. So, oh, sorry, children in the room. Okay. So earmuffs. That's what normally our team calls her like. We're like, just keep your children away because it's probably not children appropriate. But, so what I did today was I went live and I kind of went off of that Summer Tucker video that we were talking about in our thread yesterday that was, she kind of talks about, are you on my train or not? So that's kind of what I did. And I realized that I don't share my goals enough, and I make them do it and I make them get out of their comfort zone. And I had never once shared, I shared with 2 of my diamonds, I think, like personally in a group chat, and that was it. So I went live today and I basically just said, this is really scary for me. My armpits are sweating really bad right now. I'm really nervous, but I really want us to be a 10-star team. And why I say us, it's because I can't do that without you. And I need every single one of you. And I put this in my big team page, not just my PS coaches, because I said, I don't care if you are under my husband's account. I don't care if you're under my second business center. I don't care if you're 16,000 levels down from me. You have a part in this, because you pushing your business to the end of 2016 and keep going because you want to change more lives is going to help every single person on this team. So I kind of really made it show that it wasn't just like the 2 diamonds that I need in my first business center that I need to get their crap together. It's every single person can get on this train and decide now that you're going to reach your goal, you're going to reach your whys, and you're going to change as many lives as possible. So I kind of did that, and then I made them share their deep whys below, and they were sharing it when I was going live, and I was like, nope, not specific enough, not scary, or not, big enough, or things like that. So I made them really dig deep and be specific, and that's what I did. So I said that I wanted to be top 100 in the company. We ended last year with 105. We're 140 right now, so we got some work to do. And I said that I wanted to be 10-star, and they really rallied behind it. And then the whys, and I got a lot of personal messages after. They were like, I needed that so much today. Thank you. I wanted to take a minute and send you more specific of my why here. So kind of just really focusing on them and, wanting to help them. I think making them see that they are a part of it and it's not just you has been really huge. And for Elite last year, I did the same. So does anybody else want to share about how they're sharing or, how to share the vision with your team?
I'll probably just do what I did last year for Elite, was kind of like what you did today, was just make it wasn't a live video then, but just make go live in my group and just talk about, as a team, I really want to show that we can do this and we deserve this title of a 10-star diamond team. And, kind of just along the same lines. April, I like that you had them comment their why in the post, because I feel like sometimes people lose sight of that. So that'll kind of remind them why they're here and why they're fighting for this and why they're not giving up. And I want to touch on what Gary Vee spoke about at Summit, like patience. So many people get into this and they want to just make money right away and get to diamond right away, and that's great. But if you're not focusing on the right things, like you can get to diamond in 30 days and be making $100 a week. You know what I mean? You have to be patient with this business and really focus on the leadership ladder, which is what a lot of my team is starting to put a lot of recognition on. As rank as well, but definitely a lot more towards the leadership ladder. So, I want to talk about trying to get them to team leader too, along with diamond, so that they can start building the income for themselves. So once that starts coming in, they're less likely to get as discouraged. I don't know if that made any sense, but that's all. I just kind of went off on a tangent.
One thing that, and I've been putting it in my new coach emails because I think especially for new coaches, like number one, they don't know what their why is a lot of times. And I think that's asking them for their one why. It's kind of, daunting. So there's two ways that I've kind of asked them that. Number one, I ask, like, when you come up, like when you're struggling with something, what's going to help you to push forward? Like when you get told no 100 times, like what's going to make you keep going? Because that'll kind of make them figure out what their why is. And then number two is coming up with a why list instead of just like a why, like listing out some things, because then you can kind of help them dig deeper. And so like today for our team call, I posted a video, and then of course I asked everybody to post their why list below it. And of course, since they all suck, like no one did. And I'm kidding. I love my team. Like they make me cry. I love them so much. But of course, like one person posts below there. I'm like, I mean, how much more clear could you be? But whatever. So anyway, so we were going to go over that today on the call, but I guess we'll just go over one person's why list and let the other, however many hang out. So, but, I figure that like going over that why list with them, hopefully will help show them why like coming to a 10-star team and all of that will help. I don't know. Like that's again where I struggle. I did share my vision like literally 2 weeks ago. I shared it with them. And of course, everybody's like, oh my God, we love you so much. And yes, you can do this. And I mean, because like I said, my team is really awesome. I love every single one of them, but they don't like they just love and support, which is amazing. But like, I don't know how to get them to take that and like go do something with it. Does that make sense? So if y'all have any advice on that, I would.
I'll share something kind of, it piggybacks well off what you just said. So especially for all of you that have said that your teams are full of pearls and emeralds and you don't know how to work with them. Being a pearl emerald myself, and my upline is ruby. I was her 15th diamond to get her to 15 star, her last one on her strong leg. And I wouldn't have hit diamond in 14 days if it wasn't because she needed me. The only reason I pushed being a pearl is to help others. You have to share that vision with your team, especially if they're pearl emeralds, because that's the only reason I could give two craps about diamond. I'm glad I did it because it got me to 2-star and 5-star and so on. But I did not do that unless I knew that she needed me, unless I knew that I was a part of the puzzle. So you guys have to share that. And another thing too, where you can kind of combine the different types of personalities is I've done with my team before when pushing for 5 and I don't have a dog, so I don't know where that's coming from. I just have a baby. But I tell them, I'm putting down 10 names on this list, 10 names. And I need to know I can only work with the 10 that really want this. So let's chat and see if you're able to commit. And they need community. So doing, whether it's every other weekly Zoom, that's what they thrive on. They thrive on that one-to-one interaction, that brainstorm, that mastermind, that connection and that community. So pulling the, list of the people that you really are only focusing your energy on. Yeah, it's great to dig deep in your downline, but then like other people have said, you lose sight of what you're really needing to build because you focus so much on so deep. So really find those 10 PS that you're going to lock this in with and do those bi-weekly. Whenever I've done that, those little cluster masterminds, it builds community bonding and it just explodes from there. So I hope that helps.
Okay, so I love that. I love the 10 names who wants to be on it. But what happens when they're like, me? And you're like, you haven't hit Emerald in 6 months. Like,
that's where you put expectations. So I say, in order to make this list, you need to do X, Y, Z. And if you don't meet those, then somebody else will. There's like a waiting.
Okay, so what would you say some examples of that would be? I just hold my hand and tell me what to do. Thanks.
Well, I mean, it kind of depends on who you're working with. So I like get them all in a private message. And let's say someone's like literally got no one, but I really need them. I say, okay, then our goal is Emerald by Friday. And I make baby steps for them because that might not be applicable to my 5-star. That's why I kind of take that post and I pull it into personal messages and I give them all special expectations based on where they're at and where I know that they can realistically be. But I let them know, and I make, just like our groups, I have 3 spots left. Oh yeah, right. I have as many people as I want, but I'll work with as many people as I want, but I need them to know that there's going to be a waiting list. There's going to be someone taking their spot if they don't show up, because this goal means the world to my family and I'm taking it very seriously, and I only want the people that are ready to run.
Do you work much with like your downline? Like, do you that are not your personally sponsored, or is it mainly your PS?
Yeah, so then what we would do kind of with these masterminds, and what I did with my 5-star thing last year too, was we would break out and then get their go-getters on a bigger Zoom together, so you kind of you work together in that sense of where maybe you'll break off with that one leader's go-getters or another leader's go-getters or whoever really needs it, but kind of more in this really focused last run, more off the team page work, really in that network of who needed you on that list. Again, I'm an Emerald, so list is my thing, but.
Hey, Sarah, who is your upline? I'm just curious.
Brandy Botts.
Okay, and can you share what she said or how she said to you that made you want to be her 15th diamond? Because I feel like I struggle making my team want to be diamond for my own selfish reason, because it's not for my selfish reason, but how did she light the fire under your ass? Or maybe it was already there. I don't know.
No, I had no idea what I was getting into, and I didn't even know what 15-star meant or anything like that. And she's very not Emerald, so she's kind of just like, oh, I have a deadline in 2 weeks, let's make this happen, sort of a thing. And so she's kind of like, she basically just said, I know that you have this in you because of XYZ. You are my next top coach. You are somebody that I can be on stage with at Summit one year. And I need you in this with me because I want to build this with you. And she goes, and I need to share this with you. I have the biggest goal in my business. It's going to take us to be a top 10 team. It's going to take us to XYZ, and it's going to set the platform for your coaches to be a part of that. And it needs to be done in 14 days. That's the absolute deadline. This is my, dream, and I need you with me. And she just really shared her passion and where she wanted to go, but also intertwined it into what that meant for my team, what it meant for people to join being a part of a top 10 team, being a part of an elite team. So I don't know if that helps.
Okay, so another thing, I don't know if you guys have any ideas for this, is for our Diamond Retreat next year. We set our deadline for October 31st. And as of right now, we only have 2 extra diamonds than in our entire downline that were not there last year. And we're like, my diamonds want to help pay for it and have diamonds there. They're like, let's do this together. And they're like, nobody is motivated for it. So right now it's October 31st or 28th, whatever the Wednesday night is. and I feel like people think that it's so far away, so it's not such a big push for them, but it's not far away. Like, you need to get your stuff together, you need to make it happen by then. So does anybody have any tips on how to maybe make smaller goals, or how to make them realize, like, you need to be diamond by then to be there, how big of a deal this is? I just don't, I'm struggling with that.
I'm not good at it, but I will say one thing that I've been doing lately that I think has resonated with my team is I'm recognizing them every time they go emerald. So instead of setting the goal at like diamond, like I do a graphic and I'm like, she just went, 3-time emerald. And, and I'll even message them when they hit like a 2-time emerald. I'm like, do it again and let's get you to 3-time emerald. So I don't know. That's just one. Granted, it hasn't gotten anyone to diamond, but it's the thought that counts. Right?
I like that though, because it's helping them visualize these small goals. Like we say, oh, get to diamond or get to emerald 4 times and you're almost diamond, But I feel like that kind of helps them visualize it, especially for people who are visual learners and visual people like that. Do you guys do those like almost diamond graphics where you like put them here and put all their coaches here and shout them out publicly in your team page and stuff? That's helped motivate some people, especially ones that love recognition. We just made it in like Canva or whatever, and anytime someone's close, I'll just say, throw their picture on there and say almost a diamond and check off what they have. If they have an emerald, you make the checks in the boxes and whatever, and then they can see like, oh my gosh, I only need one more coach and I'll be diamond, So we do that a lot. But my team thrives off like recognition and money. So another thing I was going to recommend, are you doing a Dash to Diamond, April?
We are doing a 10-day recruiting school right now.
Okay.
So basically,
I feel like the only reason I got to Elite and 7-star is because we did a Dash to Diamond group, and I draw people in that are very money motivated, a lot of rubies, and I honestly don't think they cared about Elite for me or for the team. I think that they just wanted that pop. They just wanted the money, and that really helped motivate them to get to Diamond. But it all depends on, what kind of personality type people you have,
That Dash to Diamond group was so good, but it was 6 weeks and it was awesome. But then we tried to do another one and it was too much. And people were just like, I'm over this. I can't keep checking in. So
yeah, that's the one we did with you guys, right? With Kelly and you?
Well, I've done 2. So I think
we did the one with you guys in the fall, right? Didn't we do one together?
Yeah. But then we did one. Then we did one after, and it was a flop. And I think it was because every single day there was a video, and they were just like so burnt out. So if I do another Dash, it can be like 1, maybe 2 videos a week max, because they're just like overloaded.
If Carly's still on the call, I see her face, but not her face, a picture of her. I just talked on one of her Dash to Diamond calls, and I don't know if it's like for her whole downline or what, but there was like 60 people on that call that I spoke on. I thought there'd be like 5. I was like thinking of like my Dash to Diamond calls. We could be like 5 people on this call. And I got on to talk and I was like, oh, there's like 60 people. That is impressive. And it was a Tuesday.
So, well, I did a Dash to Diamond because I basically posted in my team page and I was like, I'm over your guys' shit. And I'm not going to work with you guys. If like, that's my personality though. And I'm pretty sure I actually said that in my video. And I was like, I'm just going to work with the willing. And so we did like a pot, like, where you win the pot at the end of the thing, whatever.
Yeah, like a 20 buy, a buy-in, and then you split the pot.
Yeah, and so I did it for my entire downline, which were actually pretty small for being a top 10 2-time Elite team. I think I have 1,500 in my downline. But a lot of star diamonds. And so I opened it to emeralds, diamond, and star diamond, but different pots, like $30, $40, and $50, and different requirements for the certain ranks. And it's been, we're only on week 2, so I can't say by week 6 I'm going to be this stoked on it. But in week 2, it's going pretty well. And I'm trying to do, I think it was April that said like 2 videos a week. I'm trying not to overload them on information and more just be present with them. I don't think they need to have all new knowledge. Like, sign up a challenger, get them results, sign them up as a coach. Find somebody who think it would be awesome as coaching, tell them they'd be awesome, make them a coach. Like, I don't think there's new anything or information that they need other than, hey, I'm working with you because you're here, and the team page is pretty deserted right now because everyone in the team page knows I'm not there because I'm with you guys. So, that's how it's been working for us. I know somebody else was mentioning I needed to do something for not only my PS for rank and all that, but somebody was saying, I think it was Jody, you said you went really fast like I was that girl who hit top 10 after being in the business for like 3 months. And so I have been kind of trying to like keep up with myself, and I don't want to cry, but I'm like exhausted. And because I had such high ATV and such high volume and such crazy success in the beginning, like I'm worried I'm not going to be 3-time elite because I can't keep up with my ATV. Like my ATV is nowhere where it can be. And so that's kind of why I did Dash, to kind of get everything together, plus the diamonds and the rank. But yeah, I know that's off subject. I know that's not where we're going, but I wanted to mention that too, that I'm right where you are too. Like I cannot keep up with my ATV. I don't know what to do. Like when you start the business, when the best program of all time is launched 3 months into when you're a coach, it's 21 Day Fix. Like how are you supposed to keep up with that ATV when we haven't had a program like that launch? And so I was like, I was talking to my boyfriend, and I'm just like, I don't know if I'm going to do this again. He's like, no, you will. And I was like, no, but really, like I'm the hardest worker, but really I don't know if I'm going to do this. Like, so anyways, for any of you who are like stressed about elite, from going from top 10 to top 20 to now, like, like I'm right there with you guys. So anyways, I just had to mention that. But yeah, as for Dash, it's going well. And yes, I did open it to my entire downline, and there were 60 people on the call when you spoke, Michelle, and we have, I think, 90 in the group. So it's good, like retention, I would say. So
yeah, I was super impressed with the turnout.
Awesome. Thank you.
Steve on a Tuesday night for committing to this call.
Yeah, it was awesome. I'm proud of them.
Carly, I just wanted to say, like, thank you for being really open about that, because whenever I got added to the wall was actually January 1st of this year, and I came in with a big, like, meltdown story about how I was burnt out, and you were one of the ones that came on and shared everything so openly, and you let me know that it's like, you're not the only one, because last year I pushed really, really hard for Elite. I was Premier from the year before, so last year I was like, hey, Elite's my year. I got the 5-star. I missed Elite by like 2 points, but I was burnt out like so badly that I had to take January off. I got so sick, like it was just illness after illness after illness. I was done. I lost my voice over the holidays, everything, and it's really hard to come back from that again, because when that burnout hits in, you have to really dig deep and find why you're going to put all that energy back in again, regardless of the title of elite. We all want it, but there's a lot of sacrifices that do come with it. So I just wanted to say thank you for sharing that and being open, because it's really good for a lot of us, who haven't made top 10 and stuff, to hear that we know it's not a walk in the park. I don't think anyone's that deluded.
Yeah, it's not talked about enough. And I know there's some of those girls who I swear are like made from iron. Like, I don't know how they do it. They really are like happy and healthy and like they love it. But for me, I went for top 10 and I killed myself. In 2015, I was chronically sick for probably 300 of the 365 days because I literally killed myself. And then I had so much momentum from 2014 that my 2015 business hit elite and hit top 20. And then all of a sudden I'm sitting here now, okay, so I have balance now and I'm actually working normally. But because I killed myself in the beginning, I shot myself in the foot. And now I'm like, oh, well, like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to hit this 2.5 million ATV because I'm only at like 1 million right now. Like, what's going on? Like, I can't, So anyways, I appreciate you. Thank you I actually remember your post now that you said that. And I was like the only one who was like, hey, I was top 10 and it sucked. So
yeah, I got told by Anita Myron, and it's like, some people can do this and some can't. And I was like, well, that's helpful. But you're actually
Anita, I love Anita to death, but that's so her. She's like, you're either made for this or you're not. And I'm like, okay, like, I guess I'm not, because I almost died.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
I think, Carly, you need to, I'm just going to be the mom here. I'm probably the oldest one on the call. You need to be okay with not being elite. Who gives a shit? Like, I don't know. I'm a mom. I have 4 kids. I'm probably the oldest one on the call, and I don't, it was awesome to be elite 2 times, sure. And am I mad? Yeah, which is why I think I'm making the 10-star goal, because I'm not going to hit elite. Right. But like, I'm home with my fucking kids every day, and I make 6 figures, and I work 2 hours a day. So I think even as leaders, we lose sight of our own why. And Julie, wherever you are, don't tell me you don't have a why. Like, envision your life. Right? I get to take my kids to school and not miss a school party. And Natalie, you're probably close to my age, or you have kids, in that time. And it's like, some of you guys are so young and you don't have kids, and you don't like pat yourself on the back for all you've accomplished and then just say, who gives a shit? Elite doesn't matter. But what matters is that I drive my kids to and from school, and that I'm on this call right now, but like I got to pick my kids up from preschool because he doesn't have to go full day, and he only goes because it's free from 9 to 12 because I wouldn't even pay for it. So like seriously, like let Elite go, all of you. It doesn't matter. My picture's cool, and next year I'm not going to get one, and it doesn't matter. But that's why I have a 10-star goal this year, because my team needs to see me achieve something. And I'm not going to achieve Elite, and I'm not going to cry about it. I'm not going to achieve Elite. I can't hit my ATV. I don't. Could I? Sure. I don't want to work that hard. And I will never be a top 10 coach because I'm not going to work that hard. I listened to that top 10 panel on the cruise say I reach out to 64 people a day, and I'm like, fuck that. No, I get to spend 64 hours with my kids. And so I think, I don't want to be the mom of the group, but I just am. Julie, find your freaking why.
Yeah.
And who cares about Elite? And Carly, you too. Like, that's awesome that you were top 10, and who cares? Be okay with being like 2,000. Like, yeah. I'm okay with that as long as I'm able to reach those goals that I have, which is to be home with my kids. And, I have 2 kids going to college next year. I was able to buy my daughter a car on her birthday for cash. Like, that to me is more important than a freaking poster with my head on it.
Yeah.
So I think
so true. And I'm
let Elite go. It's so hard, but let it go, and then you can achieve those other things.
Yeah, true. And I started crying not because of not Elite, but just like hearing you say it. It's just like exhausting. And I know so many of you feel that, but that pressure, my God. But yeah, you're right. The reason I started this business was not to have a giant picture of myself that's actually in my closet because it creeps me out.
I love my picture, but you know what I love more? That I don't have to pay at the checkout, that my debit card's going to go through to buy groceries. I like that more than my freaking poster.
Yeah, so true. But my husband's like in the background, like, yeah.
There you go. But this 10-star goal for me is for my team, because I've been stuck for 2 years, but I've been Elite. So it's been like, oh, she's Elite. And now I do feel I'm a Ruby, so I need something to identify with me being successful. And for me, it's going to be 10-star. And I don't know if it'll be by the year end, but how do I tell my team that? And that's definitely where I am afraid to tell them. And Sarah, you helped. Is she still on? You helped a ton in making it about. I want to make it about them, but like, I don't know. You related to Brandy, and I want to do that for my team somehow. I'm gonna do it today, but.
And I think as long as you don't, I've heard a couple of people in the chat say, and just being afraid that it's going to come off as selfish. And it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So as long as it comes from your heart and you're like, I want this so much, and it's not just for me, but I want it for you. And I want you all to not have to check your bank account before you go to the grocery store. And, that was kind of how I did that. And that was for them. That's all they need to know. If you want to put your goal out there, that's fine. But it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
I think also last year, whenever our team was pushing for Elite, what really helped the Rubies motivate them was I was saying, guys, this isn't me who makes this an Elite team. You are the Elite team. You get to carry that title, and that gets to become your bragging rights. Also, you're a part of this team. So the Rubies were really like, ooh, I get to be like the one who makes this happen. I get to say it's my Elite team, blah, blah, blah. So that really put them on fire a little bit. So it's definitely just the way you put it across. You can say that I want this for us, but definitely make it about how this is the Elite team. I'm not the Elite one. It's the team. It's you guys that make the magic happen. And that really empowers them. So it's my little bit of BS.
Okay, so we are basically at our hour mark. I loved this, and I think that it's so fun to be, and it's so important to be with leaders, because I feel like I'm working so much with my team, and as much as I love them, and most of them are my best friends and our family, we're not on the same level, and you need to have other people that are on the same level that are dealing with the same thing. So this was awesome. I'm going to record this. But what do you think going forward would help us all the best? What do you want to do for future calls? Anything that we can help each other with?
I think one thing that we've definitely talked a lot about is personality types. So maybe if we can share how we motivate all the different personality types with our team dynamic, it'll help us. I struggle really hard with emeralds and pearls because I am 0% of either of those. I'm Sapphire Ruby. So I know how to motivate those people. And then I get these pearls and these emeralds, and I'm like, I don't know what to do with you. I can't give you organization. Like, find it on your own, you know, because I have none of that in me. So I think that will definitely help. That's just the first thing I thought of.
Yeah. So make sure everybody that's on here today, share with your goal, your team, your vision. And I love the idea that Sarah said that she wants to personally message people and say, I'm making a list of 10 people. Are you on that list with me? So that should be our homework for the week. And then we will see you again on Tuesday at 12 Eastern time. And like, just use the group for inspiration. If you have something that works, share it there. And so, you know, kind of sharing is caring kind of idea for us all to help push each other. So this was awesome. So have a great day, guys. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye, guys.